I was what they call first generation. Dunk was first generation. Aaron McCullum is fourth or probably fifth generation.
Okay. All right, we're going to open up the telephone lines. Folks, the telephone numbers are, if you're watching our TV channel, appearing on your screen. For those of you who are listening by radio, the main number here in the studio is 623-444-5889. The toll-free number is 888-223-4599. If you can call me without it costing you long distance, please call me at 623-444-5889. Don't make the mistake of believing that, oh, that line's busy, so I'll call the toll-free number. The toll-free number rings to the same line, okay? So if 623 is busy, that toll-free number's busy. All right? If you're not in the United States, if you are not in Canada, that toll-free number does not work for you. Well, it'll work, but it's not toll-free. So what we've set up for you is a flash message option for those outside of the USA and outside of Canada. You just go to my website, scroll down, and you will see a link that says flash message, and that's if you're outside of the USA and Canada. All right, let's go to the telephone, and caller, you're live on the Kevin Smith Show. Your first name and from where are you calling?
Hi, Kevin. This is Ryan in Washington.
Hi, Ryan.
Excuse me. The question is there anybody on the inside that is wanting or trying to put this to an end and stop all this stuff? And question number 2, who are these guys in black suits with pale skin, otherwise known as the Men in Black, that show up from time to time? Those are the 2 questions I have.
Okay. So how do you put a stop to it?
Well, the only way you're going to put a stop to it is to get a totally honest government. That's why a lot of us are awake and being awakened, and there's more and more people coming out that are enabling others to say, wait a minute, what happened to me? But by the same token, you got to be careful, because there's a lot of wannabes, and there's a lot of disinformation agents who are on the inside that try to make it like they're coming awake.
How can you tell the difference?
You have to trust your senses.
Okay.
I draw a very good sense about people. And because I'm a people watcher, it's probably easier for me than it is for most. I can watch a person type in a chat room. I can watch how they interact with other people, and I can draw a very good sense of who that person is. And there's a lot of things going on right now to try and split up this friendship that's developed among several of us. And it's very insidious the way they're going about it.
All right, what about the Men in Black?
The Men in Black, well, my opinion of that is they could damn well be aliens.
Do you have any actual knowledge about them, or are you just kind of speculating along with the rest of us?
Well, I don't know. You have that thing about MUFON. Well, I did and when Aaron was here in November, we did a 2.5-hour tape of what we call a blinker. I have a very good friend who is an avid UFO hunter. He took my tape and he analyzed it. He said, when you look at this and you see this wave of energy coming off at 360 degrees constantly, and then you can see the blinking lights, and they blinked red, white, blue, orange, green, purple, and yellow in a consistent pattern. That was not a star. It came straight up from Area 51 and then went straight south. It did not follow the path of the stars.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to post that up on YouTube probably this week or next week.
All right, let's go back to the telephone. Caller, you're live on the Kevin Smith Show. Your first name and from where are you calling?
Yeah, good evening, Kevin. It's Terry from Ohio.
Hi, Terry.
Hi. I mentioned this to Kevin one time. I don't know who was on, but we was talking about Venturian candidates. I wonder, Dave, do you think it would ever be possible if our government, say, went into martial law, you know, and started putting people in concentration camps and killing people and stuff like that? I thought that since how a lot of you guys are waking up, would you be willing to be party to if somebody came to you to gather a bunch of you guys together that you know, have this knowledge and all these abilities to create an army, to, you know, because your information would be invaluable about where the enemy is underground or whatever, and who's who, you know, and covertly.
Okay, we get the picture. Would they be willing to put it together and form a resistance to martial law?
Would I be adverse to it? Not at all. But what makes you think it isn't already happening?
Well, that's what I hope it is, but, you know, I mean, that's why I say you guys would be invaluable to any success that we may have.
When they declare martial law and they try to seize all the weapons, who do you think's the first group that's going to be rounded up?
You guys, Kevin, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So I just think you guys would be an ace in the hole if, you know, we could get an army
Well,
of
if you
you guys
take a
together.
look at this 2,600-page so-called health bill, in there is a section about establishing a ready reserve corps. Hello, brown shirts. It's in there. And what do you think they're going to be used for? Gathering information and giving it back to the powers that be about who's a veteran and who has guns and what their thoughts of the government are, and so on and so forth. And there isn't any charismatic leader who is not a part of the government who has arisen and says, there's a lot of people saying we got to do something about this. We got to do something. Fine. What do you think we ought to do? But no one's come forward, because I'm pretty sure that there are a few people who pretend to be awake and aware are actually insiders who are disinformation agents. And that's my personal opinion.
All right. Terry, thank you for the call. Yeah, I think the very first people they would want to round up, if they were going to round up people to put down resistance, would be people who can think and people who can fight.
Like veterans?
Yeah. All right, back to the telephone, and caller, you're live on the Kevin Smith Show. Your first name and from where are you calling?
Hi, this is Rex from Miami.
Hola, mi amigo, ¿cómo está usted?
Yeah, hola. Dave, you mentioned time travel. From what you know, I was wondering, if you travel back in time, do the things you do have an effect on the present timeline?
They have to. They have to.
Because I've heard different theories of that when you travel back and forth, that you're going on like alternate timelines. So I wondered if that's what you thought, or if you see just one timeline.
No, I see that if I were to go back, say, and prevent my mother and father from getting married in 1925, would I be here? Probably not, as I know myself now.
Okay, I mean, it does make sense. Otherwise, why would somebody want to go back in time unless you're looking for something that got lost? You know,
I would think and steal all the gold off the Titanic before it sank.
Yeah, it sounds like a good task.
It does indeed. It does.
Okay.
All right.